couple days ago, it came to my attention that a lot of people in the Nintendo Switch community don't know that one of the big hitting streaming services is actually on the Switch. 2 months ago, Hulu released the Hulu or Hulu Plus app for the Nintendo Switch on the United States eShop. Since then, there have been a lot of people I've talked to in the community that had no idea it even existed. What better way to let people know than to do a review on it? I'd actually intended on reviewing this app back when it first released, but Doom released one day later, I fell into Doom fever, and it just got put in the backlog. Now I am ready to do a review on it, so here is my review of the Nintendo Switch version of Hulu, otherwise known as Hulu Plus. As far as the design goes, the Nintendo Switch version of Hulu launched with the brand new user interface change that Hulu introduced to most of the other versions of the app in late 2017. It's worth noting that this user interface change was not given to the PlayStation Vita and PlayStation TV version of the app. Now, before going into what this user interface looks like, the first thing Nintendo Switch users will notice when you launch the app is that it completely skips the user profile selection. It does not pop up in your playtime, and as far as I can tell, it dives straight into your system settings, not your account, your system settings, to detect your region. That means that European and Japanese Switch players will not be able to fool Hulu into thinking they're in North America when they're not. As far as the actual new user interface goes, we've got a lot of horizontal categories that are kind of compressed, making it a lot easier to navigate the app. You've got your menu at the top going across for your profile, the stuff you've been watching, browsing genres, and being able to search. You've got the special genres that you can cycle through, like TV, movies, kids shows, winter premieres, 2018 Golden Globe nominations. And then, of course, below that, you've got all of your little shows and genres that pop up in those categories, making it a lot easier to cycle through than the PlayStation Vita app, where you had to do a significant amount of scrolling downward just to try to get to the genre you were looking for. There is one downside to the design choice here, though. Hulu may look great in docked and handheld mode, but when you take it into handheld mode, you will soon notice that all of the button controls work fine, but there are no touch controls for navigating with the touch screen. This is strange because literally every single handheld streaming app that I have used on the 3DS, on the PlayStation Vita, on the PlayStation TV, and of course on mobile have all utilized touch screen mechanics. And to drive this point further home, the Nico Nico app you can grab for the Nintendo Switch's Japanese eShop is fully touch enabled, so it is a bit strange as to why Hulu decided to not include touch support in their app. Now we get onto performance. Streaming apps on handheld consoles have a great big history of being laggy and unoptimized and all around just not as good or smooth of an experience as they are on other platforms. This app is the definition of proving that statement wrong. In docked mode and in handheld mode, everything is extremely smooth. When you first boot up the app, the fact that it doesn't go into a profile makes the app boot up in about 1 or 2 seconds and loads to the point where you can start browsing stuff in less than 10 seconds. And the same seamlessness and smoothness is present when you're actually streaming. As soon as you start it up, the quality looks great, the streaming doesn't lag, it plays through very smoothly, and it always loads the streams very, very quickly. Whether you're in handheld mode or docked mode, the video quality and the smoothness is astounding, especially when compared to previous handheld console streaming apps. Since this is a Nintendo Switch app, we should talk about battery life. This is going to be a little more condensed than, say, the battery times for games, because obviously you can't stream from Hulu's servers if you're not connected to Wi-Fi. So we will only include the 2 Wi-Fi stats. Here are my times from 100% to 0%. With maximum brightness in the Wi-Fi on, 4 hours, 13 minutes. Lower brightness in the Wi-Fi on, 5 hours and 16 minutes. Given these stats, this is a pretty decent amount of time. On a single charge, you're going to get a good 4 to 5 hours of streaming time. That's plenty of time to stream several TV episodes or a couple movies. In conclusion, Hulu on the Switch is an up-to-date experience that far exceeds the optimization faults of the previous PlayStation Vita and PlayStation TV app. Now, the lack of touch support is a bit strange when you consider that this is a handheld with high touch capabilities. The quality, the stability, and the high speed of the optimization make this ideal Hulu experience on the go. Reviews to Go rates Hulu for the Nintendo Switch a 9 out of 10. If you got any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below, or head to the website at www.reviewstogo.com.